television with a mind of its own.
Hi. It's me again. Party time.
My only question is who's gonna clean the bathroom?
Allow all independent thinking to remain silent. Clamp your leg locks in clinch mode. Stable eyelids in a fixed bellow. Grasp the brain, snip the cable, and float spineless. You are about to witness a painful inch and a hard-to-reach place in the show that dares not speak its own name. Weird TV.
Comfort Zone Fever here on Weird TV. Here we go, moving on. Hey, this is Weird TV. A dried white sweat stain on that black summer parka.
I'm David Floyd for Newsweird, and now a Newsweird special bulletin.
From Brazil, the unveiling of artist Michel Bonner's newest exhibit.
At the moment, I have almost 5,000 pieces of everything.
5,000 individually hand-sculpted, uniquely forged productions, each the brainchild of an impassioned virtuoso, haunted by a vision that may take a lifetime to consummate. The diversity is more than a mere melody. The variations cascade immeasurably into a veritable symphony of abstraction. A triumph of design and symbols. The impressionistic interpretations of a romantic maestro, a man of vision, a man of taste and articulate imagination.
Every country I go, I ask different pieces. Like here in Brazil, we was asking to some pieces and we received like 600 pieces or something like this.
And he's created pieces for every whim and inclination.
At the end of my life, I can have million pieces.
Doesn't get any weirder than that. This is David Floyd for Newsweird. Good night.
Levitate from spot to spot much like this alien in the window.
So Don, tell us something about the party here, the history of the party.
Well, right now, I'm trying to figure out the history of my fuse box, why it keeps blowing the fuses.
Closer and closer and closer and closer.
Fingernails, could you make sure no one comes in?
Oh. Say hello into the camera. Go away.
I brought her. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
She likes nerds.
Oh my God. Now, I have to tell you something. I think that being a prehistoric woman is one of the most fabulous experiences of my entire life.
Möbius, the first Weird TV serial. Without milk, of course.
Europäische Gemeinschaften, Jahrhundertende. Unter die neue Stadt, es begräben die alte Stadt. Leblos, Leere, drei Tage hergehe.
Geiseln, Gefängnis der neuen Welt. Antwort bestehen. Unbegrenzt beginnen. Ablassung Werkzeug. Aufstehen noch einmal.
Außenseiter in der Welt auf der lebendigen Toten. Möbius, durstig vor Rache.
Runny sore in the open wound of your mind.
Weird TV.
Comfort Zone Fever, here on Weird TV.
My best friend Jim Bob built this time machine in his spare time, so I said I'd test it out for him. Jim Bob is pretty cool, and I trust him. So anyway, he decided to send me back to 1963 to find out once and for all who shot Kennedy. There was this big burst of light, and I was suddenly in the time spiral. That's what Jim Bob calls it. It felt really weird. Well, then I found myself on the grassy knoll just as the motorcade turned the corner.
Look over here, Mr. President.
I started looking around for suspicious stuff, other gunmen, you know?
Hey, look at this homo wearing an earring.
What the hell was that?
I missed the whole thing because the rednecks were beating the crap out of me. But Jim Bob says we'll try it again just as soon as he pays off his electric bill, and I get through with physical therapy.
Don't you think it would be nice if you took it apart first?
Coming up in 15 minutes, Shadow Vision. Over. Yes, coming up in 5 minutes, Shadow Vision. Coming up on Weird TV, Shadow Vision.
Everybody sees this.
Again with the burrito. Oh. TV and space and mind control with Tessa. Hey, babe. You're beautiful. We don't want to control your mind. We just want to control your inclinations.
I'm Snappy Patter. Snappy Mania, not actual jokes, but incredible facsimiles. If you've ever facsimile, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's find out about this lovely audience. How many people from out of town? How many people from out of? How many people from out? How many people from? How many people? How many? How? Nice talking to you. Your seats. If you're not going to laugh for me, if you're not going to laugh for me, laugh for little Johnny. Little Johnny who's in the hospital tonight and can't laugh because he has no lips. You know, no, I'm teasing. I'm full of...
If none of this makes sense to you,
really,
it may already be too late. Too late. May already be make sense to you. None of this too late.
Welcome back, Norm. You ever notice how sometimes things happen to you just don't understand, and then later you're really glad they happened? Anyway, here's something you'll really like. Won't he? Yeah. Won't he? Yeah. There we go. Watch this.
Shocking? Indeed. We scientists call it polyscopic hypnovation, or a state of accelerated, unexpected events taking place in a perpetually delirious assault on the accepted and the unexpected.
Shadow Vision.
And now we have two horses.
Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Dr. Rule Show. I'm your host, Dr. Franklin Rule, and today we're going to investigate an amazing anti-gravity device and show you film footage of a stranger in a window. But first, all about the anti-gravity device in this report, followed by one of our very good fans, James Hartman of Highland, Indiana. Take it away, James.
The three basic forces are electricity, magnetism, and gravitation. These three forces can be represented as here, as shown on the chalkboard. By experiment, Brown had developed an electrostatic propulsion method, which was proved on a scale model going around a stationary pole, patent number 2,949,550. There seemed to be no limit to the speed that was possible when run in a vacuum, and the machine had to be shut off before it developed enough inertia to fly apart under these conditions.
It is most significant that Dr. Brown's anti-gravity device has a saucer-shaped configuration because, of course, that's the most commonly observed shape of UFOs. As you may know, it is my thesis, my contention, that the universe is literally teeming with life. That life indeed is the common denominator of the cosmic backdraft. In time, they may have developed a spacefaring capability and be using today anti-gravity technology in spacecraft we see as literally flying saucers overhead. Now later in the show, the amazing film footage of an enigmatic stranger in a window.
Reality is unlike virtual reality in that it is free.
Sifting through the morass of normalcy, an ice pick in the forehead of reality. Weird TV.
Look. Don't you sometimes feel like an outsider in the world of the living dead?
Möbius, outsider in the world of the living dead. You remember last time when Möbius, against his will, was compelled to rise from the dead, and as you'll see, he is quite unhappy about it.
Möbius, durstig vor Rache. Unbeherrscht bei seiner Wachzeit. Vakteren. Möbius. Bilqual. Aguerlich. Zornig. Möbius. Suchen zu Aufmachen seiner Schicksal. Und wie der Charon, so die Toten. Möbius unterlassen unglücklich.
We're on Bryceland Road, somewhere between somewhere and somewhere.
My name is Nelson, E.V. Nelson. The E.V. stands for exasperating varmint. That was my official given name because I was such a repulsive kid that they said I was an exasperating varmint. But I use the initials E.V. because no one can spell exasperating varmint. And we have been building down here at the Prehistoric Gardens since 1953. We started constructing the animals, the paths, the buildings, and so forth. And we've been at it now for 38 years, and we're still working. They're all constructed by hand. We start out with many drawings of the animal, and then I lay out the design of the steel framework. I'm not a welder, so I have the frame welded, and then that is covered with metal lath and then coats of cement mortar on the outside. And the time required to build the animal depends on the size of it and the amount of detail work and the amount of material that goes into it.
Only here. Only here will you find that.
Queen's meat burger. Give me a cement patty. All right, I'll take a Queen's meat burger. One for my companion, and 2 orders of double fries, extra crispy, please.
I'm trying to enjoy my paranoia.
Oh, good.
I'm trying to enjoy that. I'm nervous that you're driving and filming, and we're just stupid. We're just stupid today.
Just come up there. Look at our phone.
Are those ants?
Little did he know, Darren. Little did he know what we are carrying in the trunk. But we'll see that soon enough.
On the first part of the journey, we got pulled over to the right. There There were cops and lights and bikes and things, and we hoped it would be alright. The first thing I saw was that Paunch had on braces and he didn't pull out his gun. The smell was raw and I saw us both fry and I heard the handcuffing sound. We went to the desert with the horse head and mane, and now my car's drunk as a juicy bloodstain. In the desert, you should say you've been framed, 'cause there ain't no possible way to explain. La 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 la.
That was very nice.
You may be grimacing and shifting uneasily in your seat. You should be Weird TV.
I'm Chuck Cirino. This is Weird TV. We're continuing on the way. Don glued. There he goes.
Well, I got interested in dinosaurs when I was about 7 years old. I was living in Chicago. A comic book came out called Tor. Well, the first issue was actually called 1 Million Years Ago. It was about a caveman called Tor, drawn, written, and illustrated by Joe Kubert. That really pushed the buttons on me. And about the same time the movie The Beast in 20,000 Fathoms was first released. From that point on, I started going to libraries and checking out the actual books and finding out that the scientific reality was a lot more interesting, a lot more fascinating, a lot more spectacular in some ways than the fantasy elements that got me interested in the first place, the comics and the movies and everything, and I've just been into it ever since.
Really, if you were a dinosaur in your previous life, what dinosaur would that be?
Oh, wow.
Think about it.
What? Möbius, outsider in the world of the living dead. You remember last time when Möbius was praying to return to the dead and failed miserably? Well, now watch as Möbius rises once again.
Möbius. Unheimlich zu der neuen Welt. Willkommen zu der Spaß, Möbius.
Virtual reality. It is not a scam, it is not a lie, nor is it paradise. But what it is an effective way of avoiding those you love. It's important.
Wait. Okay.
I'd always been collecting dinosaurs on a minor scale. And then after I got divorced, and I found out that, hey, I can buy, there's a T-Rex skull for sale. I can buy this without asking my wife if we can afford it. And then once I buy it, I can just put this in the living room. I don't have to say, will this look good in the living room, or do I have to stick this in my office somewhere? And when I realized those two things, everything hit the fan. And it's just been growing ever since. And now I've gotten such a reputation in collecting this stuff that I don't even have to look for it anymore. It comes to me. People call me up and they'll say, hey, I've got something. Are you interested? And this is the result. My house has become a museum, and it seems to get smaller every day. This is a big house when I bought it. It just keeps getting more and more and more things. Unfortunately, more and more big things.
Ecstasy. Weird. TV.
Align yourself with this.
Welcome back to the Dr. Rule Show. I'm your host, Dr. Franklin Rule. Time now for amazing film footage of an enigmatic stranger in a window. We're going to hear first from Lawrence Davis of Little Rock, Arkansas, one of our very good fans. Take it away, Lawrence.
If you will watch the tape, the mother and daughter is sitting on the couch. The object comes into the window directly behind the mother, unseen, and just a second later, the daughter, who was looking at a book, turned to her mother to speak, and as the daughter turns to her mother, it disappears because he thought the younger girl was looking at it.
Now we're going to hear from noted ufologist John Carpenter, who's been associated with MUFON for many years, for his analysis of this entity in the window.
The motion of that image just kind of glides up, pauses, and glides back down without any change in the head position. Very unusual kind of motion, which is typical of alien motions or gestures. They do glide, they do float, and they do have that kind of motion.
The fact that this entity apparently levitated or floated above ground argues for the idea that he is a being from a high-gravity planet, such as Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, or Saturn, or another high-gravity planet outside of our solar system. That's because when you go from a high-gravity environment to a low-gravity environment, you're able to move around in leaps and bounds. Just recall our astronauts on the moon, where gravity is 1/6 what it is on Earth. They were able to actually just levitate from spot to spot, much like this alien in the window. Now until next time, may the power of the cosmos be with you.
Möbius, outsider in the world of the living dead. You remember last time when Möbius rose once again and came to the New World? We join him now as he continues his search for fun.
Möbius geruchen Sie über. Und sie überbrennen seine Nasenloch. Möbius morphs.
That happened to me once too, I'm sorry. How many times have you wanted to buy dinosaur droppings only to faint at the price? Besides, how do you fit a 30-ton turd in your home? I'm Chuck Cirino with a new product that's older than time itself. Yes, real fossilized dinosaur poop that will fit in the palm of your hand. This isn't ordinary poop though, it's Weird America Dino Dump. Each relic is individually weighed, packaged, and certified by an actual expert on prehistoric critters.
Yep, it's poop all right.
And you can trust me to give you the straight poop. Amaze your friends. Confuse your enemies. Hey, get out of here! Unquestionably the best dung on the market today. Act now, and I'll let you take a second crap for half price. Think of it, no two are the same. But beware of imitations. Anyone can give you crap, but this is the real thing. Pinched off over 8 millennia before you were ever born. And through the miracle of eons, no smell.
And now, through no fault of our own, Weird TV presents a video sent in by one of our dedicated fans. In your video here.
Champagne.
If you send us your videos here on Weird TV, we will send you free stuff back in the mail. That's how the postal system works. It's such a fine thing. If you were a dinosaur in your previous life, which one do you think you were?
Now, that is a good question. Which dinosaur did I think I was? Well, now this one here, of course, was not a dinosaur. This one was a pariasaur, but the name Bradiosaurus means literally slow lizard. So I would assume probably this animal here would be my favorite because I hate to move any faster than a walk.
More lizards. More lizards.
Television with a mind of its own.
You little lactose.
Oh, I'm red!
Allow all independent thinking to remain silent. Clamp your leg locks in clinch mode. Stable eyelids in a fixed bellow. Grasp the brain, snip the cable, and float spineless. You are about to witness a painful inch and a hard-to-reach place in the show that dares not speak its own name. Weird TV.
See, you got the hair coming around the corner there? That's not something I can deal with. I'll get you guys a coffee.
Hi, Mom.
I started this on a whim 10 years ago.
On the beach?
On the beach, on the solstice. It seemed a good idea to go down at sundown and light a man on fire.
Well, let's see. I was sleeping in Golden Gate Park in 1976 after hitchhiking here with an arrest warrant out for myself in some unnamed central state. And then I met all these weird people, and it's been ongoing ever since then.
I love children.
No problem.
Yeah, she's gonna
We send a survival guide out, and it tells people that everyone has to bring at least 1 gallon of water or 2 gallons of water per person per day. We tell them, you know, how to deal with the dust storm if it comes up.
What does Burning Man mean to me?
Yes.
This right here. This is what Burning Man is all about. Community helping each other out.
I see this as a project wherein a team comes together, and we've worked on this since January. We build it, we go through all the heartaches and the blood, sweat, and tears of getting this out here, creating it, and then we let it go.
The spotlights are trying to find it. It's the Air Force and Navy. What is it? Let's get in our car. Let's chase it.
Weird TV. Drying up the mosquitoes' breeding spots for you.
Nixon's ghost. What rain of discarded possessions greets me on a morning punctuated by the light shining from the posterior of the good Lord himself. Well, still, I should accentuate the positive in all situations. Perhaps the gods have bestowed upon me a gift, just waiting for me to sniff it out, and yeah, I feel it calling my name through the trash. Whoa. Yeah, maybe a little lactose or some sort of artificial additive, something to bond with my unique biochemistry and react in just the way I feel you calling. I sense something pulling deep in my deep in the heart of my fibers. Oh, what hey, my transcendental instincts tell me her. Oh, what is this? This big ball of fluff and domesticity and comfort. I'll take you back to my home. Oh, God. I must return and understand what this Well, what have we here? I seem to have stumbled upon an icon of my lost youth. Yeah, a reminder of happier times. Oh, perhaps I'll name this little fellow Mr. Wuggums. Yes, Mr. Wuggums. Oh, what? What's that, little bear boy, huh? You're hungry. You need something to tide you over. Well, Daddy will find you something. Yes, stay here, my little friend. I'll be right back.
Oh, are you okay? Is everything okay?
Help us now! Oh, I don't know. Think of your lips as 2 pieces of liver. What are you doing?
A lumpy, viscerous gravy oozing on the lunch meat of your imagination. Weird
I know. We're moving on.
Now the lips must be parted 5/8 of an inch. No, that's a half an inch. I said 5/8 of an inch. Moisten your lips. Will you close your eyes?
Good evening. I'm David Floyd with News Weird, spanning the globe to bring you the news from beyond the news. Tonight's stories.
In Pakistan, a 17-year-old girl who has a fascination for snakes says she simply can't enjoy a good night's sleep until she's been bitten by one. Shahzadi Zarqa stages nightly shows, caressing and kissing her collection of 30 snakes, some more poisonous than others. She hand feeds them, stuffing food down their throats with a stick. If she feels too much venom has entered her body, she just sucks it out. Unfortunately, her adoration of snakes has forced her to live a lonely life with only a small circle of friends who dare to come close to her. On the Ivory Coast of Africa, opposition supporters demonstrated this week, demanding the resignation of a cabinet minister. This occurred after a publisher was flogged in his office. It took place when the cabinet minister complained about an article Abu Sandari had included in his satirical newspaper Balkoch. Professor Sandari has shown reporters his blistered buttocks, and his treatment has been denounced by the United States.
Shocking. This is David Floyd for News Weird. Good night.
What are we doing out here? What are we doing out here? What does Burning Man mean to you?
Burning Man. Burning Man. Burning Man.
And now, from a secret UFO tracking facility located somewhere in the Great Gobi Desert, we visit Dave Aaron's UFO Clearinghouse and Dave's Sighting of the Week. Dave?
Thanks, Shadow. Hi, I'm Dave Aaron, also known as Dave Aaron. Here I am, right here in the middle of the Gobi Desert, the world's first civilian, multi-million-dollar UFO tracking system. And I want all of you, members of Weird TV, to join me. We're going to start off with one of the most dazzling, fastest, zoomingest UFO clips I've ever seen. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right to that clip, and I'll tell you more about my secret location later in the show. Let's go. Roll the clip. Yes, this was taken November 22nd, 1994, as you can see at 4:22 p.m. right there in Gulf Breeze, Florida. Now look, it starts out at 100 miles an hour, but before you know it, it's going to be going 200 miles an hour. 3, look at the spotlights. They're trying to find it. It's the Air Force and Navy. What is it? Let's get in our car. Let's chase it. Look, it's doing 20, 30, 40, 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000, tonight's with a UFO. It's right between. Look up there at the 12 o'clock position. I'm so excited. I can't help it. This is Weird TV. Look, it's almost a little dot in the distance. Phew. Man, I could never catch that UFO running that fast. That's why those guys are in a car. Well, listen, it's getting cold again here in the desert. Dave Aaron, UFO Clearinghouse, right here on Weird TV, telling you, watch the ground, because we know them UFOs are landing now. See you real soon, right here on Weird TV.
Drop it into a deep comfort zone.
Okay.
This is Weird America, Hotel Search number 1. Here's what we've discovered already. Okay, first of all, we moved the bed over. It was placed on one of these boxes, these wooden boxes. Now, immediately, upon pulling it, this was discovered. Now, first of all, we have an emery board, a pink comb. See what this is? Ah, it's a 10, a cap to a pen, a napkin, a TV guide. Way across the other side there, we have a mint, and as you can see, a crayon. Now, the biggest mystery so far, and I must tell you, I have already opened this bag, but in order to have the full impact, I want you folks to see this. This was truly under there. Okay, let's focus it up. You're going to want to see this.
Find out what's in the bag later tonight on Weird TV.
You may be grimacing and shifting uneasily in your seat. You should be Weird TV.
Tying a little knot in reality so you can understand what's happening out there.
Perhaps I'll name this little fellow Mr. Wuggums. Yes, Mr. Wuggums. Oh, what? What's that, little bear boy, huh? You're hungry. You need something to tide you over. Well, Daddy will find you something. Yes, stay here, my little friend. I'll be right back. Oh, I feel the call across the acres of discarded refuse and recyclables cast away. Yes, the call of a hormone, an additive galactose. Yes, to meld with me, unique neurosis. Oh, do I smell a used sock or an empty cunt? Oh, yes, a bounty from the heavens. What sort of coagulation exists in here? Oh, I've hit a mother load of bovine pustules and dairy additives. Oh, thank God I brought Big Bertha with me. I'll take a little sample back to be used in a way I deem most appropriate. HR Puffin Stuff's got nothing on this. Thank God, ambrosia for my enjoyment. We'll put it in here just like the old days, and we'll take it.
Francis is looking for milk, which has lactose, bovine growth hormone, which is good for you. I'm Chuck Cirino, and we're at the Burning Man Festival in the Black Rock Desert, and I'm driving a banana mobile. See you later, though. We'll be coming right back. It's a banana car. Hello there.
Hello there.
Hey.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is everything going okay?
Yeah. You betcha.
Is there a function?
Is there a function? Well,
Are you disgruntled?
I'm extra super pre-gruntled.
Look up a little bit. Uno más, uno más. Wait. Okay.
Hey, Eric, you swabbing the deck?
Oh, yeah, you know, it's just like a real damn boat. You take your friends on a cruise and get back to the port. They all disappear, damn it.
Goodbye, SNL. Hello, Weird TV.
It's the best show ever. We watch it every Saturday.
There's no need for this TV show, Weird TV.
Weird TV is my friend.
It's wow. Mind expanding. Thank you.
Weird TV, you rock.
My comment is, Weird TV persuades to do evil. Persuades to do evil. To do evil.
We'll be traveling in and out of this flare. Be right back.
The show that dares not speak its own name. Weird TV.
Leaving a dark, wet stain where your brain used to be.
Weird TV.
Hey, shift mind gears for this.
Now, do you know anything about the French kiss? Otherwise known as the soul kiss? Well, now that's much better.
Okay, let's focus it up. You're going to want to see this.
And now it's time to find out what's in the bag, under the bed, in Weird America's No-Tell Hotel Search.
That's right. Let's see what we have here. Oh, speaking about panties under the bed. That's right. Let's see what we have here. We have a pair of panties. We have a pair of black nylons. We have another pair of panties. We have a pair of big panties, major panties. We have a bra, a used bra. And we have another pair of plain white panties. As you can see, a treasure.
Oh, yes, a bounty from the heavens, milk.
Francis is looking for milk, which has lactose, bovine growth hormone, which is good for you.
So, here you go, Mr. Woogums, my dear little child. I brought you a nice drink of milk, all curdled and sour for a growing bear. Oh, perhaps you aren't ready for something quite this powerful. Maybe Daddy'll take the first sip of this. Oh, yes, Daddy will take. Oh, yeah, Daddy will take the first. Oh, Daddy feels the fibers of reality shredding away from him. Wow. I seem to be having a not altogether unpleasant chemical reaction. Wow.
Hey, man, good to see you back. Hey, understand? Let's do the dance and you motherfucking can't suck it, baby.
Just just need to return to the womb. Oh, yes, Mother. Oh, thank you, Mother. I'd love another slice of apple pie. Oh,
Right, man.
oh, of course, a cup of hot chocolate with the little marshmallows would warm the cockles of my tummy deep down.
All right. Not some leave it to Beaver. Father knows best. Some kind of family dysfunction. No, Daddy. You are not the Patty Duke Show. You're the Daddy Puke Show.
Cantankerous, isn't he? How you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. What's your name?
My name is J.D. Bogman.
What are you doing out here?
I'm in charge of the gate. Keeper of the gate for the weekend.
Yeah. This is a religious experience for me because all of my life I have wanted to be first in the porta potty, and now I've had that chance.
Really?
Now I can die in peace.
What were your instructions?
My instructions? I give the instructions. Stop everyone that comes by, demand money from them, extort as much as possible so that we can try and pay for what we've put out on this adventure so far.
So what's your function here, Bernie? Well, I have many functions. I just exhibited one of my functions right there, actually.
When are you setting sail?
When there's enough wind to move the beast. Cooked 4 whole turkeys in this thing, man.
Wow.
Yeah, on the barbecue.
Where are you guys from?
Reno.
So this is a PVC can.
Yeah.
Are there instructions available for this? For sale or anything?
No, it's make your own from the hardware store. Potato.
Potato. Kids, try this at home.
I think these are going to be on the list of deadly weapons in California pretty soon.
I notice you have that loaded.
Yeah, sure. It's just a stick if it's not loaded.
This is regular propane. You just give it a little squirt.
Yeah.
You put a potato through a half-inch piece of wood?
Yeah. Okay.
Is there a big call for that? Wow. Does this work with all ammo or just Miller beer?
You have to pick a true favorite. We're going to show you the igniter that's inside the beer can here.
Do you expect any trouble out here? Is that for this or what?
It's guns are fun. I don't see what the big deal is.
Tell us about colors and you.
Colors and me. Okay, red. I am working on my survival issues and my sexuality. So for me, red symbolizes like a cleansing of those issues so I can have some clarity about it. So I want to like be dyed red and it'll be like a ritual right here. Oh, I'm red! Oh my God! She's red!
There will be much more of that later, okay? There's something there.
Deftly sifting through the morass of normalcy, an ice pick in the forehead of reality. Weird TV.
I think I feel something over the truck. That's something behind us.
He's born to a life of danger, trained to bear hardships, pain, and daily threats to his life. He's truly a modern man, an authentic hero of our times. In an agent's life, the totally unexpected often happens, even on routine undercover jobs. He's dedicated to his cause, the unrelenting fight against the dark and powerful enemies of democracy, freedom, and world peace. But it's not all work. Some are good. Some are evil, but all of them are women worthy of attention. But often in his work, there emerges a psychopathic sadist who kills for the joy of it. Will he survive madman's sadistic torture? How much longer can he flirt with disaster? Some call sex immoral, some call him lucky. Dom Sex, in a performance that could possibly win him an Academy Award nomination. Featuring the new now sounds of the French twist. For an undercover agent, it is an enviable life, a life of excitement and adventure, to be enjoyed fully for its great moments by audiences throughout the world. Undercover Me.
Weird TV is the antidote to all the Hollywood fluff.
I haven't laughed so hard in a long, long time.
Up here in Charlotte, North Carolina, we loved it. Keep it up. Bye.
I think Weird TV should be on TV until the world's end.
Good for America. Keeps the blood pumping. Take it off television and put something intelligent on.
This is Mother Melissa. This is the face of Mars.
Okay, we're going to move into the passing lane.
And now the dying words of gangster Dutch Schultz. Gunned down 1927.
Boy has never wept nor dashed 1,000 chem. Mother is the best bet, and don't let Satan grow you too fast. I would hear it, the Supreme Court would hear it. Be sure to crack down on Hitler and the Chinaman. Be sure to track down on Hitler and the Chinaman's commander. Get the dollar rafting. The bears were in trouble, the sidewalks were in trouble, and one of the 7 Sundays a week, French-Canadian bean soup. There's more to it, but those are some of the highlights.
Dutch bled profusely for 15 hours while drinking martinis in the arms of his beloved wife and mistress. He cried, he died, he never confessed. 51 years later, 200,000 in gold bullion was discovered in this derelict aircraft. Though the stories are true, to this day they remain unrelated.
Inhale, inhale, inhale. Good.
A venomous twist in a romantic idea. A lumpy, viscerous gravy oozing on the lunch meat of your imagination.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Perhaps I'll name this little fellow Mr. Wuggums. He has a bounty from the heavens. Reality shredding away.
No, Daddy, you are not the Patty Duke Show. You're the Daddy Puke Show. You understand what I'm
Vanity.
Dance with me, baby, dance. Go into my dance. I'm dancing.
Oh, yes, my mother.
So they ask my horse chucking, maybe Betty scum sucking.
Cool. I brought something for
That's what all I have it inside your brain. You understand? Yeah, Daddy.
Twist. Oh, there's no place like home. Mother, come back to me.
You're mine. I'm the man. You're mine.
always like, oh, I just had the strangest dream. You were there, you, and well, I guess just you, actually. But I allowed myself to be distracted by a domestic fantasy, and I hold you responsible. Get away from me, you bag of lint. Now back to my true calling. Yes, a little Marshall for me. Oh yeah, oh yes. Oh, hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Oh yes. Well, of course, Senator. I'd love another hors d'oeuvre.
Let's go back. I want to go back. Please, can we go back? Stop.
Little last-minute crush fest. Action. Little marbles of clay. They were pretty good with a white sauce and melted glass with hollandaise. It's a delicious. It's a French kind of thing.
Welcome home.
Are you members of the band? Yeah. Hi. We're Sharkbait. Hi.
Really?
We're Sharkbait. Hi. We love. Yeah. Technology.
You guys are really a bad influence to my kids, and I just like to commend you guys on that. Thank you.
Weird TV is my kind of television.
I had an itching, burning rash.
Leaving a dark, wet stain where your brain used to be. Weird TV.
More stuff. Moving on. More stuff.
Oh, say, can you say.
See, I like beauty.
Hi, Mom.
What's also proudly we have.
Be dyed red, and it'll be like a ritual right here.
Oh, you're
Wouldn't that be something if you could build a camper like that? 6 weeks later, I did.
It's, being weird is a hallowed tradition, and I'm proud to be a weird American.
Oh, say, don't stand and start or bang, don't stand and hurry your head way.
Things can travel faster than the speed of light.
Oh, burn the free.
No cavities.
And in the home.
That's my banana.
13-inch color Zenith TV at $197.11. Pledging to plummet product prices. Federated Freedom will pack in more proof and pick apart the predicament. Watch.